welcome to the circus on the Sunday, the 13th of April in the year of the 2025. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. My assistants are sleeping on the job. We only have one in here. We'll see how long it takes for. Oh, and not that long. All right, come on. Yep, I see you, Trouble. You are Trouble. Is your brother gonna make his entrance? Come on. Oh, yes. And momentarily, we should be seeing the other chap. Hello, Loki. You boys ready? What do you say, Frey Froofers? You lifting your head up over there. Yeah, I see you. All right. Let us open the concession stand, get these beasts what they're looking for, get some tricks in, and we'll get some stitching on, because did Phoenix over prepare and see how long we go? Yes. But first, the snacks. The snacks! Alright, they're over here. Snackies! Alright, hold on. Nope. Alright, come on. Come on. Step onto the perch. Come. You know how to do a trick. Come on. Come on. Alright, you get one freebie. Oh, hold on, that's not really a snack. Ow! Come on, Loki. Good job. Oh, should we do... Come on, Loki. Come on. Yep, come. Should we do our trick? You're not going to do it right now? Come on. Come. Can we do one more? Okay, you did so good. So good you are. Hold on, can we do it again? Come. Come on. Come on. Come on, Logie. Good work. Good work, you show boys. You showing off. You so are. All right, should we do one more? Come. Come. Can we do it for real? Come on, one more. Good job. You are so good. That's it. You guys can steal your sisters. They're on the crate where she's sleeping. She didn't want them. If you guys can find the snackies, that's it for now. We got sewing to do. We've got flowers to sew in all sorts of ways, shapes, and fashions. First, let's smell the lilacs. Oh, happiness. And we'll have some tea, and we've got coffee. I will spill tea on my seat. Awesome. Alright, this is going to be a little wet. I have on the machine currently the flower that I had last worked on yesterday. There's still something wrong with the tension, but I kind of like the pink and white pull through, so not going to worry about it. Let me begin today's misadventures by stitching on this a little bit, and we'll see where we get to. All right. All sitting up straight, smiling. I did forget to put my lipstick on, but we have a new curtain. Actually, it's not new. It just hasn't been hung up in a while. And I need something a little for this wall. This interfacing is a bit thin, and I've torn it. I wonder if, before we start the filler stitches, to just do some big padding stitches. And it does like it if I don't really do satin stitch, but just take little rows to fill. All right, this flower probably needs some more, but let's just try this. All right, don't neglect your posture, Phoenix. You don't want that pudendal neuralgia flaring up again. All right, let's rotate. Can we even see what's going on? Yeah, we do. Why does OBS just stop talk? I have to do it twice. I turn it on the first time, get everything loaded, start the virtual camera, and at some point it freezes up. But then I will close it all out, restart, and the second go around, it's fine. Okay. And this, whatever. It's fine, Phoenix. This is art and nature. It doesn't need. It's not perfect. Oh, happy stitches. Oh, hello, Shalom. Welcome. I was yammering away to myself and I didn't see you slip on in, but because OBS is a bitch. That might be the right answer. Yes. I barely know how to use it and barely competent, but I had to make friends with it because of my cameras. But how are you? What are you working on this morning? How did you iron all that fabric that you'd washed? Oh, I broke my thread. Why? Okay. Let's get this rethreaded. We'll stitch on this a little bit more. What do I have in the hopper today? I should have grabbed my list. We've got, working on this yoke for this shirtwaist, I've got paper to dig through my pile of paper patterns to find my shirt blocks. Let's see, here are friends who have a total sadist arguments with it. You Twitch for ages. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, yes. Oh, you're doing some Googling to find aspect ratios for flags. Ah, fun. Those are relatively standard. Oh, I forget. What am I doing? Oh, right. I've got ribbons for when I can't sit, so we can. Oh, let me just run and grab my renderings. Okay. Oh, for a quilt for your little chap. Oh, that's cute. It's math. You cannot math. That I try to avoid it whenever possible, but sometimes I don't have a choice. Oh, right. I also okay. You know what? Let me do that first so we can just cross that off the list. I am going to pop off this medallion, grab the leather needle, and just reinforce on the trapeze boots the sew-in binding, because then we can clamp in eyelets. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, mathing is hard, but oh great, because you got to find the original and then scale it down so that it works. Can't you do the squares by square method? Oh no, that's if you've got three and you're looking for the fourth one. Oh, so my brain was conniving the top portion of this carousel circus tent hoop skirt thing. And I want to toy around with trying to sew the sew-in binding with the bias foot attachment with some strips over it, because then wouldn't it be fun to have a giant flower garland detachable thing, which we could use with the other carousel one or not. And on a smaller version, before we get into all of the pictures that I've seen for inspiration for that other skirt, that's going to be a huge project. Shalom. Oh, so I found something out that we can bully Alberta about. Okay. I want Canada to stay Canada. Sorry, you're great. Make Canada great again. Oh, I don't know. I guess in some places those are fighting words, but I'm no. Oh, let's see here. Apparently he has three spools. Oh, Alibaba, not Alberta. Okay, apparently he has three spools of Victorian corset thread from 1890. You need it, you need it. He can keep one. Oh, Allie's got quite a collection of amazing curiosities and novelties in this day and age. I I, I read too fast, and there now I sometimes even with no, I'm just checking to make sure I'm not froze. Sometimes even with my reading glasses, my eyes start to see a word, my brain fills in random rest of word, and I have a habit of putting in the wrong word there sometimes. So, what did I say we were going to do? We're going to sew leather. Where are those boots and the eyelet punch? Okay, that is here. So, somewhere along the line, I collected these small eyelets. I put in one with the hand tool, hated it less than my big grommet punch. So that is that. Oh, I thought I trimmed. Do I have scissors that are not my favorite? All right, let's use these. I thought I trimmed off all the last of these the remnants from punching the holes in the leather, but I did 3/4 of them. So let's do that first. Yep, I seriously, yeah. Uh, I think almost more so. I would just, I am very cautious about downloading one's entire brain's worth of knowledge and contents to an external device, but to peep inside Allie's knowledge base even more so would be something, but I feel like I shouldn't talk about that without them being present. Can I just download your brain, please? Yeah, so I figured out my pattern worked fine. I just needed a reinforcing layer. And then when I was looking at the ones that folks are selling, it's either 2 layers of the leather, and I was like, well, we bought this sew-in boning, and I'm throwing my little snips. Did pretty good, but there's a couple of spaces where the bones are trying to poke through. So let's prevent that disaster. I've also decided to put the eyelets in upside down with the already smooth layer on the inside, and oh, this isn't the right punch. Here's my other punch. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Did we drop it? Oh, well, that's not. All right, well, so much for punching in the eyelets. Let's just get these nibbers nipped and stitch the leather and call that good for right now, because these are my eyelet press. And we should summon him, right? Oh, let's see. You're not past saying things outside his presence. It's way more fun seeing them to his face. Yeah, good. I'm still angry every time I go to the store and see a quart of maple syrup for $20. I'm like, this is highway robbery. I miss living in a place where maple syrup was cheap. Or less expensive. It always felt expensive, but all right. There's that leather needle, other foot, right? Like Beetlejuice. Allie. All right. Pop off one needle. Go to drawer. Better. All right. Where's my foot? Okay. So maybe we should, Phoenix, just start and finish what you said you were going to start and finish first, and then we can get on to next. Why do I have every foot? There we go. I had every foot that I could see except for the one I actually needed. Oh, I switched to maple sugar from syrup. Better bang for your buck. Yeah, it's true, but it's just not the same living. Well, you're up, yeah, not the right coast for fresh maple syrup. Because I don't know what the equivalent is. Or is. We don't have. Sugar maples don't grow west of the Mississippi. Where's my. Better bang for your buck. I know. Sometimes I type too fast. Better bang for. I was like, that's funny. But that's also true. Well, no, I guess a pound is still going to weigh a pound, but I think a volumetric pound would take a smaller unit of volume than a dry one would, I think. All right, Okay, so what my brain was thinking after this was to just grab the little scraps the testers that I pulled for this, the Sowen boning. Wow. Let's see here. Saskatchewan has sugar maples, just in smaller numbers. Okay. So then why... I'll have to look. For some reason, at least... okay. Well, that's good to know. I know, I went to the Goodwill yesterday, and I looked at so much stuff, and I wanted for lots, but I kept putting stuff back because it felt overpriced, even though I really wanted it. But I remembered that I wasn't in need of it. I am in need of my threading bird because I can't see the eye of my needle right now. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Shalom, you find the maple sugar in a 1 kilo bag for the same price as 1 liter or syrup. And it's the same syrup, but no water. Right. I've had both. I do like both. Yeah, I should pick my little snips off the floor. Alright, enter the chaos that is my brain. Right. Yeah, I'll have to look the next time we're at the shop. Alright, I know that I have my eyelet hand press somewhere, but of course I used it and can't find it. Let me just do a quick row at the top here. And I'm just stitching so that the bones don't go anywhere. It's surprisingly... I'm surprised at how easy stitching through 2 layers of leather and the sew-in boning is on this machine with the leather needle. Me likey. And alright, I just did 2 layers. I think, let's see, we'll leave enough of a tail. We'll just tie, we'll do a hand tie just to secure everything. And we'll sit up straight and not sit with our mouth open unless we're talking. Yeah, oh, okay. And so I want to just cut into and start all sorts of new things. And I know... Oh, and I did some more boning, not boning, it's cording on those stays, so we can work on that a little bit. I just have the back panels and the eyelets to finish. So once I'm done with this, and I'm not going to look at those ugly threads, we'll grab the stays and that other boning so that we can try that out. Leather needles and denim needles for the win. Absolutely. Have you tried... I hear people talking about these new Microtech ones, and I've not tried those yet. I am quite intrigued. Maybe that's worth trying to see if they've got it Joann's before they bite the dust. Alright. Okay. Oh, Phoenix, your sewing looks terrible because you got the machine threaded but forgot to put your weights on the thread. Channeled cording. Yes, let me rotate around. Not... Okay. that. That. Micro. Oh, you haven't heard of those either. Yeah, yeah, Schmetz got them. Okay, let's start with the chaos in that we have to finish. Yep, corded stays with front wood busk. No, stand up, Phoenix. There's the busk. Oh, you've heard of them. You just haven't bought any. Yeah, I haven't tried them out either. Also, isn't there? Did Schmetz make a Teflon needle too? I'm kind of curious about that. But I'm just working through what I have. Where's. All right, let's tie some knots. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this is my first hand at corded stays, but at the beginning of the year, when I haven't pulled it out in a while, similar to the gray whatever that we've been throwing in, I have a brand new, still in the plastic wrapped roll of green with yellow stripes in it, and it's this sheer beautiful thing. I have enjoyed it, which is why I'm excited about this one and want to get it finished, because I just printed off Arania Black's 1868 riding corset that it got the it seems like an interesting transition style structured undergarment, in that it's got cording at the back but boning at the front. It's a single layer, but I'm guessing the corded section has to be 2 layers, because where would you put the cording unless you. What if I did it 1 layer but then just added seam binding cording channels on the back and use up a whole bunch of my stuff? I kind of like that idea. All right, I will get back to that. And let's see here. Oh, this one at the end needs a little bit more securing because the bone tries to dig into my leg. We'll just cover that, put these aside because I can't punch boning holes without the appropriate tool. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for lacing. I cut off a good length of the cord, but then in old-fashioned style, wrapped cellophane on the ends to make like like on a shoestring when they used to break and you needed them to get through the holes in your shoes. You covered them in cello tape and huzzah! So it's good to remember some old-fashioned things. Oh, let's see here. You say Schmetz hat does a non-stick needle, but is it Teflon? No idea. They would be better. That would be good for latex. Yes. That's where I think between folks who sew specialty costumes with that material, and I wonder if it would also help folks who are obsessed with the vinyl for handbags, vinyl bag makers, to not get stuck in that material either with all their funny interfacings and stuff. Baglets. Baglets, yes. Okay. That's where I think the other market is, because not everybody does costuming like that. Though that does sound like fun. I make all these things, and I'm like, Phoenix, you want to make this? I have been the halter style garments with just the grommet, the circle metal rings, and harnesses. Phoenix, do you know how to say words? All right, hopefully that's good. We sort of backstitched, covered everything. Trim our threads because I am terrible at it, but what I hate worse is getting to the end of a project and having a gajillion threads to snip. So, enclosed, not going anywhere. It's been a long while since I wore latex. Right? Oh, yeah. Because I think it would be, oh, I've joked about this before, but to have an only feet page, but for it to just showcase my collection of old fashioned sewing feet, because that is funny to me. And what I'm looking for is right in front of my face. Piece of boning. And I need to finish the beading on that dress. It needs reinforcing and it needs to be finished. All right, there's that. I've got more of this. I'd cut gajillions of yards of strips. Okay. Boots done for now. They only need the eyelets. Is that considered done enough for me I think I already crossed them off the list of my make list. All right, switch out your needles. Yeah, I don't need a leather needle. This is a lot of stuff, but it'll be fine. Yep, the things we do to pay tuition. Exactly. Exactly. It's all right. If it works, then it's the right thing at the right time. And I've met some folks in my day. Okay. All right, but we don't want this foot. We want our universal foot of awesomeness with the rolled hem attacher. It looks like the other spoon hemmers, but it's different. So I'm hoping that I can, through the centermost channel, feed the hello Freya Froofers. Feed the sew through boning, and then have the binding strips just encapsulate it. Because then I thought it would be fun to no regrets. Nope, you can't have regrets. Perfect. Oh, it does also help to make sure that my needles threaded here. These shears need to be sharpened. I need to grab the whetstone and figure out how to not ruin them. What am I looking for? Threading bird. Why are you glowering at me in despair? Am I being a failure? Did the boys eat your snacks? Do I need coffee? What did I do wrong, Freddy Bruthers? What did I do wrong? Alright, let's see what happens. Did I finish that thought of and having these pieces be the base for both some harnessy, garmety thing as well as for the top of our circus tent costume craziness. But for one of them, I have a bunch of small lengths of ribbon and lace that, as we do, we just can't get rid of them because one day we're going to have a purpose for them. So I'm going to make flowers and notions of that. I'm not going to be able to say this word right. Pastamentaries. Why is my needle not in there right? What state am I from? Originally from New York. But that's where I started. It's great being in a border state because it was just fun. And the Canadian side of Niagara Falls is spectacular. All right, so I'm going to try to carefully feed the ribbon, the strip, through the outside of the bias foot attacher and slide the sew-in boning through the channel, having it butted up oh, it fits perfectly the size that I bought. I think this is going to be magic. I am super excited because I think if we can sew through 2 layers of leather and the boning, we will just as easily be able to adhere flowers either with the machine or by hand without terrible amounts of difficulty. Oh, my creative juices are prolific right now. Which the only problem is I can only do one thing at a time. Oh, let's see. You have lived in a handful of other countries, but never any other province. Oh, that's funny. I've traveled to other countries, but I've only lived in this one. But I've lived in a couple of states. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's ever used the bias foot attacher. I guess I could like zoom it in and be ultra professional. It's got a slot and then a curved section, and you need to fit the bias tape around the wide C, this section, and then put your fabric, or in this case, the boning, right up against it so that it all attaches nice and evenly. That is one of the hard manual skills and muscle memory, is keeping everything butted appropriately, because I have let what I'm sewing through, and this time I'm trying to make sure that the needle catches everything. So I'm going to gently press with my left hand the boning and gently grip with my right my bias tape and let the machine do its work and we'll see how this looks. Well, I wonder if we might need to stitch it twice, but that looks super nice so far. All right, let's finish this practice sample. Sometimes it's really nice to not have a fear and just do something. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work. I know that it's highly unlikely that the machine is going to break unless I break a needle or sew through my finger again. All right, so I'll have to finish. Let me just get to the end of this practice piece. We're almost there, and then I'll cut it, and I can show you how this looks. Then I can see if I can sew to make it fully encapsulated. Oh, let's see here. Oh, cool. Oh, Schmetz does a combination called the costume needle assortment that comes with a couple of microtechs. Ooh, I'm going to have to look for that. Includes 3 universals, 80-12 and 90-40, 2 stretch, 75-11, 90-14, 2 denims. Awesome. Ooh, 90-14 and 116, 2 microtech, 70-10, 80-12, and 1 top stitch needle. Yeah, it looks interesting. Don't need any of the other ones, but somebody just needs to refresh their kit. I have a habit of buying the Schmetz Universals in the 50, 100 pack in the giant box because I have this habit of breaking needles, particularly when sewing art. But that's probably a me problem. All right. And the end of this looks like poop, but this is a practice, so it's okay. I guess we'll just pull this all the way through. Snippety snappity, and then I will stand up and we will look at where we started with. All right. Yeah, there's the edge. I completely love it. There's our stitch line. It just attaches the bias binding. So let me cut it and stitch down the other side because I have most of the bone covered, but there is about 2 millimeters that isn't. So I should be able to just stitch over it again. Oh, you don't do stretch and haven't tried Microtech, but always keep all the rest on hand, right? Fair. It does seem like a good combo. Yeah, this was not terrible. Plus, it was nice. A nice way to practice using the bias binder attacher because having your left hand make sure that the fabric is really firmly abutted up so that it attaches. Because I think the last time I used this foot, Well, I was probably doing a giant circle skirt because what else does Phoenix sew as far as skirts? And it's just practice. All right, this I should have put a longer bottoms on. All right, we know how to do this. We're gonna do. So I try to trim the bias at an angle so I can use my little things, start to feed it through, and then take some tweezers or serger forceps and just pull it once you get to the other end towards the needle. Don't take anything I say as truthful or best practice. I know nothing. I'm just not afraid to break my machine. Okay, come on. You're making me look bad. There we go. Do. You trained yourself to use a stiletto for that purpose. Yes. I I have one. I go back and forth because I don't mind using the tweezers, but yeah, this foot I think has the potential to be my second favorite to my rolled hem foot. But all right, let's see what happens when we do this. Oh, do. Oh, with a machine like that, you would have to abuse it pretty badly to break that. Exactly. That's, yes. That's why I'm just not afraid sometimes. I'm like, I'm more likely to hurt myself. Why? Than the machine. Though I mean, I did do a little bit of damage to my bobbin case, but we don't need to talk about that right now. Okay, something is. I know, actually, I bought this machine for the puzzle box. The velvet is still good in there, most of it. It's like, okay. But the coffin case is also beautiful. I love this machine. Okay, my stitching on this second pass was absolutely disastrous, but I think we've achieved the objective. Right, old Betty takes your abuse. I have a habit of abusing all of my machines, and I've learned the older the machine, the more abuse it can take. My fancy Baby Lock Sophia embroidery machine is a sensitive gal, and she does not care for the way I treat her. As much as I love the programmed stitches, I wonder if I need to fix her up if she needs another home. Someplace where she can be loved better. Oh, let's see here. Shalom's you couldn't pay you to switch to a wimpy computerized chunk of plastic from the 1960s cast iron. Yeah, yes, having stitched on all of them, I know what my favorites are. Let me stand up and see now that I've attached biased, covered the whole strip. And that looks pretty, I mean, objective met. And where it's wonky, if it's completely covered in flowers or other trim to mimic like the circus tent look, just as a foundation layer, I think this is going to work spectacularly, which is great because I bought 50, 500, no, 50 yards. I have a whole bunch. So, could do the waistband, then have some offshoots. And I was thinking for the flowery one, my little reddest hoops, because then I can practice the mechanism on something smaller before we get into the giant circus tent ball gown monstrosity. All right. Do I want to sew boning channels? Not boning channels. Cording channels. Attach this last panel. Or do I want to stand and make some ribbon flowers? Let's work on this for a hot second. Okay, first, Phoenix. Move pieces out of the way. Caffeinate, retidy because I am chaos incarnate. Oh, you have a brain I can pick. I was watching some other costumer channel on the tubes for a while, and she was saying that they always at the costume shop she worked in used like some medium shade of gray instead of like black and white or white most of the time because it just kind of like blended in better. It's like, oh, I don't know. That and I just have this giant cone that I'm working through. Okay. I also, did I say I pulled my pattern clothing basket? I did. And I'm pinning myself, poking myself with pins. Let's see here. Let's put our normal foot, then we'll switch to our rolled hem foot. I'm a little bit glad I did most of the cording so under the bust and different things quietly by myself because okay, great. I did learn something that was useful. That might train. Oh, because this is fiddly. I guess I can pop out our paint stirrer busk for right now, so it's a little bit more flexible. Yep, they just blend in with the shadows. Yep, either gray or medium sage green. Oh, interesting. I hadn't heard about the green. Hey, horror, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a spectacular Sunday. Oh, that means tomorrow's Monday. Oh, I kind of miss playing games. But hopefully the InfoWebs gets squared away with. Wow, I have a disaster sitting next to me. And I'm just moving things from one place to another. Okay, we'll forget about you. Sewing hip gore to side front. And I'm just going to sew close to where the last boning channel was, and then we'll do a rolled hem to encapsulate those raw edges. And this is almost, because then I can go back. I was thinking I've got some of the recycled sari double layer circle skirts from from wherever, and I like them. But I think if I might transform some of the layers into amazingly comfortable chemises because they launder greatly, and it feels so bougie just to have silk next to your skin. And it's in my stash. I can make what I want. Oh man, and shout out to Canada repping hard in the chat today. Good work. Canada is in the lead. And we're tied on platforms. Awesome. Okay. I'm losing my marbles today. I've got chaos. Need to rein in the chaos a little bit because oh, you know what? I think I've had too much coffee. I'm kind of running on hyperspeed. Oh, let's see here. You love this way of a good padded hip in a corset. Yeah, I think it's going to be nice. Let's see here. All of my underlayers are either silk or linen. Hey, horror from here on the tubes, right? I know. I love this feature where the platforms I can click and everybody can see everything. I Oh no, I guess I've kind of done a padded one with my quilted stays. They're not really padded, they're quilted, but difference without a distinction. Alright, let's put my rolled hem foot on. That's how I'm going to finish off the seams on the inside, because that's how I like it. I like things being finished, and I am obsessed with the rolled hem foot. And it works great for finishing off seams, amongst all of its other praises that I can sing it. Oh, Miss Jess's on her way. All right. I should. I'm going to grade the inside seam a little, or the inside bulk, because it's not all going to fit through my rolled hem foot. So gently. Yay, you're here! Welcome, welcome. Wow, I did not catch this red layer. It doesn't matter. We're going to catch it in the next layer. But I need to cut this purple layer down. I hope you've been having a great Sunday so far. I know we're clobbering down on my list of projects. Yeah, because I had some other 3 yards of it's. I got it at the thrift store, as I frequently do. It smells like silk, but it's a little bit scratchier. But the sari silks are just more lightweight, and I think they'll be really nice for summer. So I'm going to refashion a couple of my sari wrap skirts. Oh, did Williams pop in here too? I like looking away for a second. Nope, I got that. All right. Oh man. Are you still going through the Civil War quilt block book? Oh, William did sneak in here. All right. Okay. slide this red layer through, cross my fingers and toes, and make sure that the layer that is not attached yet gets attached. Okay. Oh. Well, like actually, so Ashalom, does typing twin count in the twin count? I don't know. Oh, this is what disaster. Oh. Alright, let's Geeks take two. Oh, girl, you need to finish that project. It's on the docket this week. I know. That's why I am like chomping at the bit to cut in and start a new project, but I am not allowed right now. This needs to be finished. The chemises that we're going to make from the recycled saris will be quick because I think I'm just going to either maybe just use the full length of them, add a new side seam and then a yoke and just make them sleeveless, or little like just above the elbow sleeves. Jess only during lives. All the twins are valid. You guys are funny. Oh, really? I like the way you think. All right. I need to get out more. Back to the show, William. Soon. I've been trying to take time away from my computer because my count needs to be increased by double. Did you get your measurements for your shirtwaist? Oh, what? Where am I? Let's rethread a machine. There we go. Okay. So those are those things. Oh, did I get back? I was talking about the green with yellow stripes because I have on the list a chemise all around, and that seems like a fun sari ribbon. Capped sleeves would be gorgeous. I don't have ribbon, but I've got 3 2-layer recycled sari wrap skirts. So I got a lot of yardage. It's just some of them have the metallic thread in them, and that makes my skin itchy, and I don't like those next to my skin. But I've got other ones that I really like. I do like a nice chemise also, and I know I'm always invited. I know it's a me. It's not you, it's me, William. I know. And you've been awesome at just helping me out just hanging out. Always good times. So maybe I can figure out why my camera doesn't always like to connect to other people's streaming software. Alright, I am just fighting to get the layer that somehow did not get stitched yet tucked into the presser foot. Allie's here. Did we finally summon the great Allie? Yes, we did. I know, we are just slowly tacking away because I really want these big projects to be done so that I can just whip up a couple of quick chemises. And in my head, the chemise all around is not that complicated of a construction. It's just sewing the ridiculous links for all the ribbon tie channels, it looks like a big rectangle. So we'll see when we get there. All right. And let me trim where I'm stuck. Okay. Oh. All right. What did you miss? Let's see here. Let me recap. I tortured folks through me reinforcing the sew-in boning on our leather trapeze boots, trimmed the little extra chunkies from where I punched where we're going to do the eyelets, was going to punch our eyelets in here and grabbed the wrong red-handed pressy tool. I played with attaching two lengths of bias strips to a length of the sew-in boning to cover it, and it doesn't look terrible. So for a lightweight cone-shaped shape, I think it's going to be good. And trying to do a little bit of stitching on the corded stays, though I might switch to something with more straight lines. But I'm less likely to flub up, but I think I can do a little bit more of this and chat. Oh, you went into the shirt with just your t-shirt on, and oh, I'm sure that was spectacular. I know it's supposed to be 70 here today. Oh, so true. The Canadian winter to spring celebration wear. Absolutely. I am not ready to go without a jacket or a sweater, but I'm always in places it can be too hot outside, but I still am too cold inside because people have their air conditioning units up way too high, and I don't like being cold. Alright, well, this looks like a hot disaster, but fortunately, it's on the inside where nobody's going to really know it's there but me. It's shoulder season optimism. Oh, that's funny. Yes. Alright, so much for back stitching. We'll just pray that we've cut all the loose ends in our seams. Oh, Allie was honestly out of the wind, semi-sheltered in the direct sun, but it was nice if the wind stayed calm. Right, I know that. I've always been in places where were quite windy, so it could be warm, but the breeze always knocks it down 5 to 10 degrees. And now we're in the part of the year, well, no, that's all year, these 30-degree temperature shifts between daytime and nighttime temperatures. Oh, shalom. I will do just about anything to always wear a sweater or a toque. Right? Ellie Tom reminded me what toque was. Yes, beanies, toques, head covering. Yeah, so I just have the back panel, but I stitched these underneath where I put in the bust gores, then a line where at the hip for the waist for the waist tape section. Those are comfy blankies. Yes. Where was I? Alright, do I want to try to attach this back piece? Let's see here. And this is the one that's going to have detachable straps if I need them, because I tried to cut the strap shoulder strap on the wrong side. And I'm just, oh right, this is how I flubbed up the last time. I'm being careful. I'm just gonna sew the top layer to the hip, and then we'll sew the middle layer and then fold them wrong sides together like a sandwich to catch all this seam stuff. Oh, let's see. Shalom, your neon pink beanie is a teddy bear for your skull. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, Jess, you need some sun. Maybe it would help my mood. Fair. Yeah. I'm glad it's nice and sunny here, and I keep huffing lilacs because I can. Can I sew both layers at the same time? So I'm kind of like doing that reverse sandwich. Not reverse sandwich, it is a sandwich. I've got the hip gore right sides next to the next layer right sides, one on each. So I've got what I've already sewn, what I need to sew, what I need to sew. All right. I hope that makes sense. And sometimes Phoenix does use pins. I'm just going to catch the top and the bottom, and then I can set this to take up the weight and just ease it in with some pins around the curves. When I did this on the other panel, I attached the backside to the wrong side of the hip gore, so that was fun. And I'm just going to go kind of like from the top and the bottom, just to kind of, because for me, that is easiest to massage around the waist curve. And places where my cutting was bad, and I need to just massage things so that they fit correctly. And all this extra is just going to be chunked in and hidden, so it's great. So there's no... It's just a nice way to sew garments like this sometimes, but it doesn't work for all of them. Or, no, it does. Never mind. Phoenix, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not that good. Just shush up and pin, kid. Alright, I've pinned enough. I need to change feet, and let's sew a seam. Oh, because then maybe I should pop my sweater off. We can hold this up and see if I need to make any adjustments. But I might actually... We're going to sew this. I'm going to sew a number of cord channels, just lickety-splickety, easy peasy. We're going to leave the last 2.5, 3 inches on the center back unstitched, because they're... A, if I need to make it smaller, we can do that. B, I need to leave room for the eyelets. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's get this seam at least done. Then maybe I will not prick myself. We'll pull up that ribbon flower book. We'll look at my pile of ribbons, and we might stand and try to make some ribbon flowers, because I want to keep chatting, but I can't keep... Fitting's not always the best. But coffee is. Finish this seam, Phoenix, then you can have more coffee. Okay. Oh, it is. Oh, this is when I did my fingers. Yeah. Nope, didn't get invited anywhere. I bought some and I just like to do it on myself. Because I can. And I was thinking, oh, remember, I think I've got an extra. Oh, never. Well, yeah, I need to jimmy rig something so that I can get finer line work because the tips on the pre-made cones, I would like some. It's a little big, and I'd like to be a little bit more dainty. Thank you, thank you. I don't know why I got back. Oh, probably going to the Indian corner store. I was like, oh, you've got Mehendi, and I didn't buy it a couple times, and I was like, I can decorate my hands if I want to. Oh, you had an ugly skin reaction the last time you tried it, so I'm sad. Some of it there was a deal with like one of them that was a black that was really problematic. And yeah. Alright, so then I can top stitch over. What I need to do that I learned the last time is just pull everything nice and tautly because I got it flubber jubbered the last time. Yeah, something is not. We're just gonna ignore the giant mess on the inside there. Yeah, I do. I have. It's probably in my collection somewhere. Some henna powder that I could mix, but I spent. Well, I thought it was not the worst price, like $3.99 for a cone in town, and then. But then I saw on Amazon $10 for 12, and I was like, oh, we'll just get a whole bunch and have them keep them in the freezer for when I feel like doing my hands. Oh, that's. Yeah, you have no idea how legit it was. You got it in Chinatown. Possibly. Yeah, because there was this like black henna that something was not right with it. But then sometimes they have different essential oils in there or different things to help like get the pigment to stay. So I wonder sometimes if they just mixed it with something. You have oh Jess, you haven't tried it. The way your skin reacts to things better be safe. Yeah, there's definitely valid to do patch tests for things like that and or hair dyes, but I just ignore that because I haven't had any troubles yet. Like, eh. What I am having troubles with is my nail polish is getting dry and sticky. Got some that are like super old and haven't that are still good, and like new ones that are just not as nice. Oh yeah, Shalom agrees. Allie's press on henna tats. Yes, they have those. They do have Mehendi stickers or sticker templates. Alright, did I flub up? Not any worse than I'd flubbed up before I'd started this section. Alright, and I think I left extra on the red side Let's see here. Shalom. Oh, you tried henna in your hair way back in the day, but oh my god, did it make your hair orange? Yes, it does, can be quite orange or originating. That is for sure. Oh, I I see where I might have given myself a snafu. Do I need lots of reinforcing at the back, or do I want to just do some at the waist and just call the back good? Oh, I should not use the mouse to clickety clackety. Oh, let's hear. Sean says that Sally Beauty sells nail polish centered. Oh, to help out the thick nail. It seems. All right, I'll have to grab some or order some because yeah, it. I don't know about some of these new fashioned nail lacquers that, unless I was trying to blame it that the humidity, that it's just dry where I live. You only need a few drops. Oh, a quarter tea. Okay, brilliant, because I have some colors that are like this green. I like glooped, chunked it out. It was so gross. All right, I'm gonna have to get some. What? All right, back, sides attached. Do I want to do straight channels just up and down the back without the center tie reinforcing, or do I want to do the verticals and then just get ribbon to sew over to do the horizontals maybe? What to do. I am kind of inclined to just sew some horizontal channels to, or you know what? Got it. Instead of, we'll sew vertical channels close to where the eyelets are going to be to reinforce that section because it's going to need it. But before that, we'll just do little strips of horizontals so that it takes the strain. I think that's what you're going to do. Ah, yes, your lacquer does that too, and it's irritating. Yeah. I was like, is this, they must have over time changed the formula because I don't remember that happening with nail lacquers like back when in the dinosaur age. Let's see, I have to reinforce the center tie area. If not, it will contort the fabric. Yes. Yeah, which is why I think we are gonna do verticals. We'll do 3 rows, the eyelet channel, then 3 more rows right next to it. And then maybe I'm just gonna do, okay. Or I can just stand up and we can sew flowers and I can mull over this. Let's see. I know, me too. You like to play nail salon and do silly things and nail art just for funsies. So when the bottle goes goopy, I get ragey. Fair. Yeah, I do too. I do have my little daughters and fine brushes. It's been a while since I've like gone full out, but I like to do flowers or snowmen or like different things. I do have fun. I'm like, any way that I can, just add a little fun. And I'm so glad the hard part for me is having a top coat that is hand wash resistant because I wash my hands a gajillion times a day, and the worst is spending an hour doing your nails and then having it chip off the next day. No likey. Okay. What other straight line monotonous things? 'Cause I feel, oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. I know. Oh, crickety crickety. Oh, I think I can take the back end like a lot. All right, maybe I'm going to not work anymore on the back until I have an assistant who can help mark some lines on the back because I think I am a few inches too long and I don't feel like sewing in a whole bunch of cording channels only to have to rip them out because like they were unnecessary. So, Phoenix, what is next on your misadventure list? Let's let's pull up the flower book and grab my hand sewing needle and bobbin. My bobbin bin. Do do do. I know, Shalom. It's weird. It's weird. Polish often comes right off in one piece in your one hand, and then the left. It takes forever. Yeah, I like my sibling got me those little plastic clips that you put the have a little pad, put the remover on, set it down, and then put the little holder on, and you just let it sit. It just comes right off. I'm like, brilliant. So it saves me from like picking off on my nails. Let me stand up for 1 second here. Okay. Oh, where did? Okay. One needle, one which bobbin for the day. This one looks fun. All right. So I have collected some of my shortish ribbon bits and bobs, and I thought I'd just put some thread on our needle and go through and try to hand sew some flower trim because I have things that I'm dreaming of that part of it is just making trim. Oh, the little between the bob cup. Oh, let's see here. Do. I think you need to pull in the side front a tiny bit or the hips won't sit in the right spot. Okay. Yeah. Let's take off the sweater and see what's going on here. I'm probably missing something by you're smaller than you think. Well, I started this cutting the pieces 20 pounds ago, and in my head I've got, well, I know like it's oh my god, I think yeah. I think we're way big in the back. Oh man. I don't even know if I don't even know if I need the side back panels. I just need like a little strip and then the lacing straps, and that might be it. Here I was worried about not having enough because the front is like the most challenging to shape with all the bits and bobs, but then I forget that the back is a little bit smaller. So I'll have my assistant help me figure out what to do to the back. And of course, I keep dropping bits and bobs. Oh, the center front seam needs to come in, and yeah, the back a lot. There is no center front seam. It's the busk channel. Yep, the front lays flat and nice. So the only way to redo the front is to completely redo it because it's all one piece. Because we can slide our paint stir in. It's just 3 pieces. One front. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love the front. Oh. Get my busket. All right, we'll figure out what I need to. Oh, good. It is showing. Yeah, it is. Oh, let's see. There's a slight bunch at the arm. Yeah, I need to recut the arms a little bit. The underarm section. It'll help when I. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're at a standstill for that one. I know, because I'm quite pleased with the front. It's just the rest where I'm like, oh, there's nothing there. So, which is great because I didn't need that extra. And yeah. We'll just cut the back much smaller, rejigger the armholes, and I guess that's great that we're going to cut off a whole bunch of fabric because then that project is way closer to being done because I'm foreseeing an inch, the lacing strip section, and that's it. So, but we'll figure that out. Phoenix, do we want to sew flowers? Do I want to have a sip of coffee? Yep, not terrible because we self-draft. What did we hack together? We rejiggered the Arania Blacks the 1888 riding corset. We got rid of the center busk, put in a bone or a wooden busk, and then added cording. So not completely horrible from our pattern hacking process. Coffee, then flour. All right. Let's see here. Shalom, no rejigging a corset stay is such a pain in the arse. Yes. I needed something to start with, and then I was like, okay, let's do. All right, coffee and flour, says Allie. Okay, coffee had thread. All right, let's just move this heat trim. Should we pull? I could do some ladder stitching on the side fronts. There is more room for more stitching. I had contemplated adding in some embroidery stuff, but I didn't do it. I don't know, with full 6 strands embroidery floss, we could do that. We'll see. Let's see here. Oh, should I pull up? Oh, you know what? Let me thread this needle. Pull something, because I think we did a terrible job with those little rosettes the last time. That is an option, Shalom. Alright, we'll just double our thread, because somebody said if you're hand sewing, you should always have your thread doubled, so. We'll try that. And I do have embroidery floss. I got all sorts of fun goodies. Now, here's... So I think for those little rosettes, I need just a really short one. What's yucky? We'll cut some green. This ribbon has seen better days. Ah, God, I love a good ladder stitch. Yeah, there's so many fun stitches. Alright, for this, do we like sew up the end to make a tube and then stitch one side and pull it like a little yo-yo? Is that how this one works? I'm just rocking the needle on my bobbin here. Okay, did I do this right? Let's do. You use that one on one of your bras to take them in rather than replace them, right? Oh, that is a good, yeah, good. I think that's one of the other reasons why I got into making support garments, because there's everything. I don't like it. Did I make this one too big, or did I not follow the directions? Got a green lump here. We're just gonna put a knot in it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up how to do that. Shalom. Yeah, and there's no place. It's not like I can easily go and try on my size in person. They don't. Alright, I don't know what this little piece of. We're just gonna call this a leaf. Alright, let me look at the. Let's pull up some instructions from the book and see what we can do here, because we've got lots of little pieces and it's so. Oh, good. Where's the device I use to take screenshots with? Or you know what? I've got pen and paper. Ladder stitch for slimming. Okay, cool. Stuff to look up later. Ribbon book. Don't lose my needle and thread. Wow, I am just up and over and then pull the thread out at the end and it sucks it all up. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Now I know. I've seen these craft hack where they use this technique. I remember seeing this. Okay. I can do that. Should we? Let me find. No, don't use your crappy posture, kids. Window. Let's look at this book, The Artful Ribbon. So there we go. All right, this is the Candace Kling one. Let's see here. We're going to borrow this. And we'll just go through, because if we're going to do this little cage thing with flowers, we're going to need a boatload of flowers. And I've got a boatload of small lengths that aren't living their best life. Sorry for the motion sickness. All right, we're not going. There's do. We'll just scroll through some of these early pages. All right, starting simple. That's what we want. Oh, it's because I did it wrong. So we're gonna sew the edge and then sew through the middle of the ribbon, and then do we pull it taut? Yes. All right, let's make a handful of those. Yeah, Vivienne Westwood is really good. Just make sure your thread is really sturdy. I've got some buttonhole twist. Oh, you got to see Vivienne Westwood exhibit in New Zealand. Oh, 36 photos. That sounds amazing. Yeah, have you seen you borrow from her in your designs a lot? Yes. It's so easy to do. Who is the channel? Another costume gone west or something? Another story gone west. I'm forgetting her name or her channel name, but she's been making a collection and has been quite inspired. All right, this, we want giant ones. We can probably do 3 of these. I'm just pretending these are quasi equidistant. Oh, I don't think you have the power to do that. Can I toggle over here? Oh, you got to see me. I know, Allie, you've seen so many amazing museum pieces. Yeah. I'm really blessed to have so many folks with such amazing experiences come hang out with little old me. All right, let's take 2. I'm gonna sew the ribbon end closed, and then we'll do a stitch line through the middle. Sorry, Shalom. I'm not gonna go. I can make you a moderate, but not right now, to try to drop links, because I'm not in my, I can't do it right now. Okay, we're gonna do some knots, flip it out, and then we'll do a line of stitching. Oh, can I be in focus and stand? Yes, okay. I know these white frills, I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm doing too showy, but I am covered. I just need something where I can see the camera and chat. Oh, no, thanks. I know William mods everyone, and I had to be convinced to mod anyone. All right, so let's flip this out, and then we'll stitch through the middle. But I wonder, I'm gonna take a little bite and just catch through the knot to anchor it extra good. And we stitch, pull through knot, and then we have a little rosette here. Because these flowers, for the centers of them, we can either like make smaller ones or go through the button collection and have pretty colored buttons. Oh, I am. Okay. Phoenix, stop being grumpy. We're having fun. Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing this Candace Kling book. I'm glad that Archive has it because I keep seeing that one referenced frequently in these flowers. And the last time I perused, I looked at like 30 different books and I was like, just pick one and start going through it because after so many, there's every once in a while something that's different. But a lot of the basics in all these urban flower books are all exactly the same. So you don't need all the reference materials. So I've got it stitched around. I'm going to drop my bobbin into my ribbon tub, scratch my nose, and then I'm going to pull it taut. And I think I'm going to put a stitch through it and do the knot on the other side maybe. Or, no, let's just pull it taut and see what happens, because then I think we have to flatten this little rosette out. Okay, one knot, two knot. And should we remember to, I'll just sink the end and snip. Oh, I guess we have a little rosette. Oh, that's so cute. Let me flatten it out a little bit better. All right, let's make 3 more and we'll just throw our flowers back into the tub. And slowly but surely, instead of a tub of ribbon scraps and lace scraps, we'll have a tub of flowers to use for other projects. Because you can always have, you never run out of lace flowers, do you? Always find a way. So I can, this is kind of how I ended up with all those little Irish crochet motifs. Because I kind of enjoy sometimes doing stuff that's just a little bit of monotonous, but similar but different pieces of things that then you just get to combine into something extra fun. Alright, we'll do one more. And I think this time, instead of... No, we do want it turned right side out. Never mind. I'm just babbling again. Let's see here. Allie says they would say had two picks and give me a link. I think it seems too late there. Said I would like it a skull necklace and a scallop shell. Yes. Yes, please. Okay, let me control C. Let's... Alright, let me pull this down so we can share the screen. We'll click off that for a second. And we'll go clickety clackety share. What? Oh, that shell keychain is something fun. Oh, yes, please. I'm afraid I would break it though. I would love that skull shell keychain, but I know I'm clumsy. I would like crush it with my. All right, and these are. This is a nice mix-up after some of our other projects. Not that the entirety of this garment is going to take. The entirety of this next project will take a fucking forever. But the elements can be done quickly, so you get that immediate sense of gratification of, I have something that looks like something. So I'll do like 5 or 10 of this style rosette, and then we'll pick out a new flower and do some more of those. Be right back. All right, Allie, you burb. I'll be here. Just making ribbon flowers. I guess I can. Oh, you know what? Let's try that on this one. Instead of sewing all of it all at once, we'll sew half of it, do a back stitch, and then finish sewing it and see if that makes a difference. Oh, you're crazy about her orbs. I have not seen it. I'm going to have to look more at those. Don't. Oh, getting distracted. Humans are walking around and cats are staring at me. We've been doing so much moving around, which is great. Just spring refreshing. It was time. And I think that's why I'm thinking about this. Just, I love spring wildflower gardens. And if I make flower stuff, then I can have flowers all year round. Yeah, we probably will need to do a skull rose motif for one of the medallions for that shirtwaist, just because it is me. It's our shirtwaist, and I can wear what, do what I like. All right, 2. Kind of like the contrast because there's a matte side to this ribbon and a shiny side. They are all different. All right, number 3. Oh, that's her logo, so to speak. I get. Okay, so that thing that looks like a Saturn with the Maltese cross on top. Ah, okay. Now I get it. Thank you, thank you. No, it's nice when we accidentally learn things. I should move my beer over. Oh, brave roofers. How dare you sit with your leg like that? I'm... She's keeping the other sewing machine company. I keep thinking for this shows I want to take off their blankies, but then the cats just rub up against them, and then I have to clean cat hair out of the sewing machines. Oh, well. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Nope, that's not the right page. Ah, yes. That is great. I like that. It almost looks like, reminds me of Tiffany blue. Oh, glad I have a project where I can stand and we can still chat. It sucks to not be able to sit to sew for too long at one time, but I guess it's good that it keeps me standing and moving around. But oh well. Phoenix, stop complaining. But it's the Stitch and Bit show. I can complain if I want to. It's just your Mr. Goobers bringing stuff. Go getting things. So you're contemplating getting a new curtain rod, a more modern one, because what is currently in this window is one of the old-fashioned ones that you pull the pull the cord and it opens and closes the windows. And you considered getting a modern one, but then I was like, but it's a relic that's lasted this long, and whatever. Stop being redonkulous. All right, let me rethread because I don't think I have enough. Oh, did I do that the last time? I'm gonna try to remember to be good. I'm gonna thread the needle, then we're gonna cut the end. Then we know our thread is going to go in the right direction. Oh. I think for this one we might try that offset stitch where instead of doing the stitching line straight through the center, we'll just do it a little bit closer to one edge. And I'll just give it a different effect. Yeah, that's good. I always want to have a super long thread when I'm hand sewing, thinking that then I don't have to. Oh, you're back, Jess. Did you? All right. Oh, it's a necklace called Broken Pearls. Ooh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I have not left yet. I'll just flippity floopity. Yeah, I. Oh, the craziness that my brain wants to make. But at least we have fun misadventures at the costume shop. And this ribbons and laces, they just needed something. Because I keep trying to separate the longer lengths, wrapping them on cardstock that I've cut because my lace pile of doom. It doesn't matter. Okay, I am just being distracted by everything. Phoenix, settle down. Oh, Oh, God, yeah, right. Always so much and always more and more and more. Yeah. What my brain wants to make versus what I have actual time because I have day job things. I can't always be sewing. And there's no sense in making an awesome costume for tricks that are not fully 100% mastered. So I've got a hoop, I gotta sew, I gotta make money for cat food, all those things. ADHD brain always in more mode. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Don't have any diagnosed. Wouldn't be surprised because I kind of bring chaos. Oh, I kind of like this one better. There's the offset. Rosette. That's cute. So relatable. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just know I am wired a little funny, but how has never been formally figured out. And at this point, I'm like, does it matter? I need to figure out how to just work with what I've got, because it was going to offer me assistance in my formative days. I'm gone and past that, so just have to keep being a functional adult, whatever that means. Should I make some pink rosettes? Sure, why not? Ah, let's see here. Shalom. Hey, life is never dull. No, it's not. Though I wouldn't mind living in like boring and uneventful times, but regardless, I guess it was determined that here and at this time in this place I was to be, and here I am. Alright, let's do 3 little pink ones. Oh, let's see here, Jess. Oh, yes, shalom. Tweety D. Oh, Tweedly D and Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh, no, you two. Oh, there goes my other needle. Yeah, because now that we know that what we can do, we can work on all the crazy. Let's see here, Shalom. I cannot remember the last time I was bored or lonely. I keep myself company and occupied. Yeah, it is true. My problem is I just want to do more. My brain wants to do all of the things, and I only have 2 hands. I can't do all of the things all at once. And or I just make a huge chaotic mess. Right, Jess, you have to keep busy or you start overthinking. Yeah. Overthinking isn't helpful either. Like at some point you just need to surrender in that it's probably not going to be perfect. Nobody's really going to notice and or care, and it's going to be fine. But it's hard to learn that. Oh, I'm Chunky Tweed. Allie is Tweedly D. Jess is Twinny McTweed. Oh god. Ah, the Tweety McTweeds. Now I get it. Silly, silly. So William's chat is all you are all the McTweeties. I'm Sweet Tweety. Sweet Tweedly D. Yes, you are, Allie. Yes, you sure are. Oh boy, cats, don't be piss pots. Loki finally started to relax. Something I don't know whether they were when they were outside. Little man tortured him. He hid in for a week. He didn't want to come out and just wanted to hide. Oh, Shalom, Allie. When did you become Sweet Allie? I think they were always Sweet Allie.
What a difference.
Okay. What a difference a light makes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just a little chicken.
Okay. We'll do 3 more in this style and then we'll And we'll pick another pattern to try. Oh, the coffee. Oh, the coffee. Oh, this. Oh, okay. Corded stays almost done. Yeah, I think I see some quick chemises so we can figure out our stays. Then we can do the chemise all around. Ah, Tweety Duffin, the sweetest muffin. Silly, silly. I'm just bitter. No, actually, that's not true. I'm just here for the lulls because there's too much crazy. And if we don't keep alive how to do these old-fashioned things, then that in my book is a sad page. Oh, hopefully we can get that back of those stays figured out because we spent we're gonna make them fit come heck or come heck. That's all there is to it. You are. I'm trying. Oh, Allie's. Oh, now I get it. Oh, let's see here. Sweet like the bald stooge and curly. Yes. That's just the Neanderthal coming out, and you're not a muffin. Ooh, this one is not flat, but I kind of like how that turned out. Thumb war. Oh no, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I declare the thumb war. And once we get a shit ton of different flower motifs, we'll make the cage and then figure out where to sew them because there's not going to be oodles of any one color or style. Oh, Ellie slams the door and runs away. Oh no. Let's go use our fire bow and let's just start let's make fire. Yeah, because we've got all sorts of beads and buttons and little things to make this all shiny and fun. Just accept it. Oh no. Oh, let's see here, Jess. Shalom, I love it how you always revert to a thumb war. I guess it's either that or Rochambeau. Rock, paper, scissors. I tried to forget. It's like, no, Phoenix, come up with that word. You know what it is. Oh, you're loud aggressive. You know, it happens. I have learned to be a talker, but I'm just as comfortable being antisocial and not talking. Which is why I'm not always good in big groups, because I don't like to fight over people to be heard. So I'll just as soon not talk, but then when I do decide to, I'm like, you better shut up and listen. I'm expending energy on you. Alright, let me... There we go. My threads are getting a little... trying to knot themselves up, and I do not care for that. Oops, and I'm gonna just prick my finger. Ah, that's you too, ambivert. Yeah, that is. I am definitely more. Yep, I've not heard ambivert yet. What's is this a real thing? It's kind of hard to type with a Kindle on. Introduce. What is this? A person who has features of both introvert, someone who prefers, and okay, yeah, I can. We're throwing a friend's. Yes, we're throwing a So Friends convention in Vegas, March 2026. That's a place that might be doable. That's a short flight or a really long car ride. And it's been a hot minute since I've been to Vegas. Actually, it's been more than 20 years since I was in Vegas. Who are you talking about? The last time I was in Vegas, I couldn't be on the casino floors. Wasn't old enough. Let's try this off center rosette this time around. We could do that. I could pack up Brunhild if I drove. I think she would crush my weight limit. We do have 11 months. Yeah, not as quick a drive as it is for William, but it's doable. Indeed, indeed. All right, we're going to do 2 more of these pink flowers, then we're going to consult them. Ooh, just rip my thread. What happened? Oh, my knot was shitty. Let's hear. Vegas is the cheapest place to fly in North America, no matter where you are. Yes. It does have a lot of tourism, and it's one of the few places from my tiny, shitty airport that you can actually get a direct flight to, because there's not many of them. But that is one of them. I just kind of don't love that my only choice of airlines to get there is probably Alaska. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Alright, stop here. Just chillax and stitch this rosette. Know that we're not going to pop through. Yeah, I hate. I wish flying was just a pleasurable experience again. But it'll never be the same. You're going to have so many activities. Alright. Is this going to be the Olympics? Gonna like who can sew the button on the fastest, and how fast can you press a seam open? You're going to see Wayne Newton have dress up parties, get club shirts. Oh my gosh, I don't just sounds like a little, I don't know. We'll see. Right, let me hold this grip this firmly in my fingers. I know it'll give me a reason to wear my little pasties and cute little things. But all right, one last pink. Then we'll see what's next. Alright, let's look at this little one. This I did with the offset stitching. I really like that shape that gives. We just want to meet our friends and hang out. That is so cute. I could be down for that. Then we can stitch a little bead in the center as we're attaching it. Oh, all right. It's a good thing we've got we've got beads, we've got buttons, we've got ribbons, we've got lace, we've got rhinestones to glue, we've got this, we've got that. We have a group project in the works coming soon to make a hobbit robe. Is this the quilted hobbit house coat that has been going around? Or like a fancy I'm tell me more. Yeah. I know that little one. I really like the doing the stitch line through the center is nice, but stitching the offset stitching on the rosettes is way cuter. Oh no, Phoenix, you need to sew a tube now that you've knotted it. Yeah, it'll be fun to see the different flowers and just how it's all gonna come out. Yes. Oh, I did. Yup. She did make hers. I have a patchwork house coat in my projects not finished pile. That is actually on my list of things for the year to try to work a little bit more on. I just haven't been in the mood. Yeah, of course you did. We talked about this a couple. Yeah, you have just run across so many interesting folks. And she commented. She showed one of my pictures when she was making the corset hoodie, her sew along. I couldn't wait for her, so I made my own. So I think in her Instagram stories from 2 years ago is my interpretation of the corset hoodie. I really like it though. I need to. One of the bones is trying to pop out a little bit, and I need to fix that because boning poking into your armpits is not comfortable. Do not recommend. I know, because she's bought a house on one of the islands too, didn't she? I know, Allie does know everyone. That's alright. So then I can just be like, who needs 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? We just have 6 degrees of Allie, and we pretty much know everyone. So I'm renaming it 6 Degrees of Alibaba. And that's my story, and I'm keeping it. Alright, last pink little rosette. Let me get my finger out of there. I think the colors on the right side of the ribbons also show up better with the offset stitching. Oh, that is a foot going numb. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna flip this up. Yep, she got a house way east in Nova Scotia. Yeah. I've not been following all the home renovation videos. I don't care. But good for her. And I think my friend Ty has met her also, because acquaintance Ty, it's been a while. No, I'll keep in my friends list. Let's see here. Last time you talked to her, she was in Montreal and was on the move to Sweden. Oh, way back. Yeah, because then didn't she do had a have a contract in Denmark for a while too? My friend Ty went to the circus school in Montreal, and I really flubbed up this flower. And is also a steer wheel artist, and that community is not. That's not a huge circus discipline. They all seem to know each other. Actually, that's true with just circus in general. You go far enough, you meet enough people, and it's a really small world. Shalom, yeah, circus life means moving around a lot. It can if you've got contracts. Or you can some of the people I know they just open their own studio, so they've always got a they don't have to travel all the time, and they have a permanent venue to perform in, which helps. And I should probably start going back to the studio just so that people don't forget I exist. Not that anybody could forget about me, really, but I am letting myself miss out on opportunities because I'm being forgotten about. Because I'm not putting myself out there. She did some. Oh, English paper piecing hexies recently. Yes, she did. I have some templates for them, but I love the chaos of all the little hexie puffs. I think I would go bonkers with all of the hand stitching. But also, I can see sometimes you just need a small something that fits into a little satchel and is easy to transport. And that project seems like it would fit the bill nicely. But oh, why I am getting grumpy. All right, I think I can do this one more flower, and then then I'm gonna be full of piss and vinegar. All right, there we are. There we go. Oh, Jess, you love foundation paper piecing. You just get in the zone in a nice, quiet area. You love it. Oh, that's good. Oh, and Shalom also likes the fiddly hand stitch projects. I go back and forth because I love crazy quilting with all of the embroidery stitches and the craziness. I love doing it. But sometimes it just depends. I just have to be in the mood for it. Like everything. Like I don't mind all these crocheting a whole bunch of little motifs or making a gajillion of these little flowers. This I like. What I don't like, counted cross stitch and Fair Isle knitting, or any giant colorwork knitting for that matter. I'm glad that there's people who love doing it. Give me a cable pattern. Don't make me finish in all those ends. I hate it. I don't like it. I do love these cute little rosettes, though. Shalom reminds me you need to fix the lining on the mummy's old sewing basket so I can use it for your hand stitching. Yes. All right, everybody. I think I need to use the little circus room, and need to go and get some sunshine. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. We we worked our way through some things. I'm going to, between now and Wednesday, figure out how much I need to hack off the back of those stays. Probably more than I think, because I can see being staying somewhere between here and 20 pounds less from where I am. And if I need to shave off that much, we're going to need to bring it in a little bit. Oh, I'm glad somebody likes it. I know there are people who love doing Fair Isle. I love the look of Fair Isle. I hate doing Fair Isle. But cables are different to me, but there's not all of the color change. I hate finishing all the ends in. It makes me bonkers. Oh, you're welcome. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today. Don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself. And I will be back on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm around on the different places on the info webs. All right, until next time, I'm really gonna click the end. Go. Oh, you knit your ends in to avoid weaving in the ends. That's one way to do it. Okay. I'm gonna have to stew on that. All right, I have to run to the clown room. I'm getting out of here. You're awesome. All right, bye.